Yeah, getting cut in the NFL, not a good experience. Probably the most humbling experience an NFL player can go through. It's their way of saying you're not good enough. You're not good enough to be on the team. And remember, you're saying that to probably, you're talking some of the top athletes in the world who have been, superstars in high school, superstars in college, and now they're at a point where they're not good enough. And I've seen some athletes have a difficult time accepting that. Yeah, I've actually been cut twice. So I know from firsthand experience, it is a cold and personal experience. It is not fun. Especially if you get cut during training camp, because there's this whole process. There's this whole routine that happens. There's always some guy. There's some guy who everybody identifies as like the Grim Reaper. They're the one that tells you to go see the coach or tells you to get your playbook and go see the coach, which is a clear sign that you're about to be cut. And then when you go visit the coach, they always say the same thing. Something like, they compliment you and all that. And then they're like, we know you're going to get picked up. We know teams are going to pick you up right away. So it's good that we're releasing you now. And a lot of guys did not get picked up. But they would just say that to kind of ease their minds. But and then after you get cut, a week or two later, you get a notice from the team. And I remember when I got cut by the Browns, it was the first time I got this. And it says slip, pink slip, and it says you've been released due to the fact that you're unable to perform the duties that were expected of you. I was like, wow. They basically just said, you're fired and you can't do your job, so we're going to kick you to the curb. But yeah, it was definitely a reality check. When I was in Cleveland, there was like 5 of us, or actually Cleveland wanted 5 receivers, and there was 3 of us battling for that last spot. And I was having a really good camp. I thought I was going to make it, but I knew they wanted that last guy to do special teams. So they had all 3 of us do punt coverage, kickoff coverage, which 2 things I've never done, and I'm not built to be running out busting up wedges, but so that didn't go too well, and I was cut, probably one of the last guys cut. And then I was with the Chiefs. I had a really good camp. I should not have been cut. There were some things that happened, so they had to cut me and bring me back 2 weeks later, and they did, which things went well. But the whole experience, though, I saw guys get cut during the season, and they would get cut. There were some guys who would be cut one week, and then they would bring them back the next week or the following week because maybe an injury occurred somewhere and they need to pick up another player, so they had to cut someone. And I mean, that was very frustrating. I felt frustrated for them for being cut and then brought back and being brought back. But the reality is that you could not control it. It is what it is. I mean, sometimes draft position matters, money matters, your age, whether you're someone's favorite. Guys would ask me for advice, and I'd say, you know what? Work really hard, don't upset anyone, and just don't give them a reason to have to release you. And do your best to make a good impression with this team, no matter what you think about them, because when they cut you, you want them to say something positive about you as other teams are calling about you. And plus, you never know. They might bring you back. But getting cut, NFL, not a good experience.